Hello, my name is Shallow. This is Serenity. Originally released in 1994, this was determined to be one of the top 10 best WADs of that year. Oddly enough, it replaces Episode 3 in Ultimate Doom. There are 2 sequels to Serenity, and they take up Episodes 2 and 1. They did it in reverse. I don't know. And George Lucas does. Let's hop in. Nice. As I often do with these older WADs, I don't like to mess with the visuals or the gameplay too much, but I am running with Smooth Doom bright maps just to spice things up just a little bit. There is a little secret back here. Yeah. Little rad suit. We're gonna use that in a minute. I've played through this first map before because I was testing stuff out, making sure everything works. This is kind of neat. Look at this out here. Whoa, look at all these monsters. That was cool. That shotgun guy just hit both of those pinkies. Don't go into this room. You can just kind of hang back here and shoot everything from the door. You'll notice there's a little shadow on the floor, snaking its way across that room. If you step outside of the shadow, it's actually a damaging floor. That really confused me the first time running through there. I was taking damage and couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Usually that means chain gunners, but we're in Doom 1 here, so no chain gunners. Oh nice! That zombie killed the Kako. Sweet. So yeah, what you want to do is follow this little shadow snaking its way across, picking up these health potions. If you step outside of it, you take damage. Or, you just run back here and grab this secret. And now we're fine. The README file that comes with this actually has a hint about that particular secret. They tell you to look out for sectors that have really dark lighting, that those might indicate a secret. And sure enough, the very first room of the very first map has exactly such a secret in it. Always read the README file. They'll lead you to hidden caches of goodies. Or it's a bunch of legalese. I remember hearing a while back, I'm not a lawyer, but I remember hearing a while back that those, when you like install some software and they tell you read this and check here to agree to the license agreement, that those are not actually legally binding. They just do it hoping that if they tell you, now you signed the thing, most people will feel self-conscious about it and not sue them. But as far as I understand it, there's no actual legal basis for that. Again, not a lawyer. Don't cite this in court if you do something with some software and get Apple to sue you. Leave me out of it. Although if this does play in court one day, balls. The stenographer has to write that down now. I always hated these skin wall textures, they're so gross. There's another set of skin and metal textures that have like bubbling flayed skin stretched over them, and those don't bother me nearly as much. Something about these having like hair on them really grosses me out. It's oh boy. People of a specific age will remember this. Do you know that like Body World museum that was touring around years back? There's that guy who developed like a technique for plastinating corpses. And he made a whole exhibit out of bodies that had been donated to science where he like turned them into these sculptures. It was fascinating. I actually got to see one in person. High school science trip, oddly enough. Kind of cool, kind of traumatizing. But a lot of it's just neat to look at. And then you like go and look at one specific exhibit where they've like left some of the hair on the bodies, and those are fucking disturbing. I don't know, the ones where you can see the organs and the meat and stuff, the nerves and all that's exposed. Oddly enough, you get over that pretty quick, and then it's just like a cool scientific exhibit. The ones that still have the skin and the eyes and the hair, that fucked me up. I did not care for that shit at all. I don't know, there's gotta be some science behind why that is more disturbing to me. Oh well. This pit is odd. So this elevator section has the same texture of slime, but it doesn't damage you. Thankfully, because it would suck to take damage the whole way back up that elevator. Very thoughtful of them to not make that a damaging sector. Oh, hey, Lost Soul. Yeah, so we're in Doom 1, so no pain elementals, but we will have orphaned Lost Souls. I'll let you decide if that's better or worse. I feel like having the pain elemental available makes mappers a lot less likely to use just walls of lost souls. But when the pain elemental is not there as an option, all of a sudden, people just start filling rooms with those little bastards. Yeah, see what I mean? Here they come. Oh, out of the darkness. There's a Baron in there. Welcome to Doom 1, shotgunning Barons. There's a bunch of explosive barrels in that room too, but they're all so far away they're not gonna help me kill this Baron at all. Thankfully, the bright maps and the dynamic lights are going to make him a little easier to see. Although he will just eventually make his way into the hallway. Oh, there he goes. All right. Yes. Well, that's map 1, a warm welcome. And what a welcome it is. Now entering Doom, the movie. Of course, this came out like a decade before there was an actual Doom movie. Imagine going back and telling someone in 1994 there was going to be a Doom movie. What was the first movie based on a video game, I wonder? The Super Mario movie, maybe? God, I hope not. Drunk Bob Hoskins. I know there were movies like about video games, but usually they were fictional games made up for the script of the movie. When did Cloak and Dagger come out? Like, I'm pretty sure that was never a real game. earliest one I can think of. What was that one with the power glove? The Wizard? Is that what it's called? I guess that wasn't about a game, but the power glove was a real accessory. Whoa! Welcome to 90s Doom Wads. Just go ahead and slap a scrolling PNG in there. Why not? What is that from? Species? Maybe an obscure Star Trek episode I don't remember? God, I don't know. That is a reference that will have been very obvious to someone at the time, I'm sure, but it's not something I recognize today. Whoop. Let me just get rid of that before I accidentally back up into it. You know how when you go to the movie theater, behind the screens is the skin room where the employees hang out? Yeah, that's a thing. Interesting to have this movie theater level in 1994. This is before Duke 3D did his famous movie theater level. I kind of like this door texture with the light in the middle. Look at the sector lighting, just because they're sitting in the corner, so they're getting clipped by the edge of the wall here. That's pretty neat. That's a detail that would have been kind of tough to do back then. The editors available at the time were pretty primitive. There would have been no visual editing mode, I don't think. Not yet, not in 94. So to go and make a detail like that would have been a lot harder back then than it is today. Smooth Doom's chain gun is so funny. Because I mean, first of all, it's firing the same bullet's pistol, which is goofy but accurate to the gameplay. But the casings fly out of the front of the barrels, which is a bit odd. Maybe it's a two-stage, like, gyrojet round. It ejects from the barrel. It's like a rocket launch, then the first stage falls off, and the second stage ignites. Like some kind of Warhammer machine gun. It's funny how people always make fun of the Warhammer weapons by saying, they were designed by British people. British people don't know what guns are like. Which is, I'm sure, somewhat accurate. But then you look at Doom, made by a bunch of Americans. Often referencing toy guns, of course, but toy guns based on real firearms. And still getting it wrong. Yeah, but who really cares? Whoa, 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 what? Whoa, what is going on here? Whoa, that's weird. All right, hold on, I'm gonna get killed. Yeah, there's something odd going on with the sectors in this room. I have never seen that before. Hang on, if I turn on software rendering, display options? Yeah, nothing obvious shows up. Sometimes these older maps don't play so nice with hardware rendering. Yeah, no, there's just like a sector here that has maybe a missing mid texture. I don't know why that's happening. That is bizarre. Oh god. How high can we make that E go? Yeah, you forgot to make that a one-time cross action so you can keep doing it. Oh, wait. No, it stopped. All right. Okay, is everything in this room dead? Is there anything hiding around this invisible spot? I don't think so. Okay, let me turn hardware back on, because the software lighting with the chain gun is hurting my eyes. That's a little better. Nothing wrong with a little software rendering, but I don't like the way it mixes with some of these mods like Smooth Doom. If you're gonna go the classic route, go all the way with it, I say. That's just my personal preference, not advice. You play however you want. There's another suit over there. E! So the gimmick in these maps is that there's a letter hidden in each one of them, and they spell out Serenity. Maybe hidden is a strong word. E. Right, okay. Have I been up here yet? Not yet. Oops, something opened up behind me. More lost souls. Get out of here. Does this loop around? Oh, there's the suit. Cool. Oh! Yeah, it does. Okay. So you hop over this hallway. Whoa! Alright, we'll come back to this in a minute. Oh. Oh, we're back at the beginning. Okay. In the beginning. There's a barrel stuck in a wall. No visual mode editor, so mistakes like this were very easy to make. Doom 2 Map 2 does it, so, you know, can't really fault some mappers in the community making the same mistake. Where was I? I'm all lost now. Oh no. Here we go. This is a really inefficient way to get back here, I'm sure, but we made it back. That's what counts. Should I grab the suit? Probably. If you're giving me one, there's probably reason to use it coming up, right? Ooh! Okay. How many meat rooms does one movie theater need? This is where they store the popcorn. The meat juices is what gives the butter its flavor. How do I obtain the exit obelisk here? It is what you want me to do, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Ah. All right. Are you lonesome? Oh my god. So, this is the soundtrack to Beverly Hills Cop, an Eddie Murphy movie. Sadly overshadowed by some kind of CGI frog monster. I never really understood what was... Was he a mascot for, like... like a European cell phone carrier company or something? It's gotta be something like that, right? Does that not do anything? Alright. This is weird, all the wood and marble and then a tech-based room right in the back. It's a bit more like episode 2, I guess, in that regard. It's got that Demos base, science lab stuck in hell kind of thing going on. Ah, Smooth Doom's cacos are so gross. Just the way they fall apart is very satisfying. Spinning skulls. All right. God, how many monsters? 63? Just trying to figure out how long I'm gonna have to listen to this MIDI harmonica for. This is I mean, the MIDI selections available to mappers back then were pretty limited, so I'm not gonna judge too hard, but it's not a great choice. Oh, it doesn't loop too good either, does it? Ah, Crusher. Get in the Crusher. Come on. Is there a blocking line there? Probably. That's a player-only Crusher. Yeah. Oh, I'm stuck behind the yellow door now. Okay. What? Okay, I made it to the other side of the yellow door. Now what? The key for it is over there. Uh-oh. I didn't just... Okay, good. Whoa! Alright. I mean, I guess that kind of marks an elevator. I won't complain too much. I did find it, so... What more do you want? A button would have been nice. That is a... Oh, that's a fake door. Look at it jutting out of the wall there. Okay. So the yellow key just gets me out of there. Is there a yellow door? No, not... Excuse me? What? Pressing on that wall is a secret? I don't understand that at all. Ooh. Excuse me. It has been hot as hell where I am. If my voice sounds weird, it feels weird. I am probably severely dehydrated. It's been over 100 degrees every day for the past like 3 weeks. It sucks. Sucks, dude. Let me go back down into that this area. Is there a hall I missed down here? Yeah, this teleporter. It's not a teleporter. Okay, it's, not the most secret I've ever seen. Pretty clearly marked, actually. Oh, weird. Smooth Tune doesn't switch you to the, fists when you pick up the chain. When you pick up the Berserk. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes I really want that switch, but sometimes I don't. In this particular room, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll save that invuln in case I need it somewhere else. What are we looking at here? Let's head back over to the opening room. It kinda looks like that's where we need to go. Oh, wait. Oh! It was not a fake door at all, it was a real door. It just didn't know it yet. We helped it become the real door it always wanted to be. It's beautiful, really. Oh, excuse me. All right. 2 secrets in a row. Can we get another one? Okay, yeah. You may have gone overboard marking your secrets there. What? Okay. That I'm sure is another artifact of the level editors available at the time being not the most user-friendly programs. Not to mention the mapping formats available were pretty limited. The way you mark secrets in certain mapping formats are not terribly intuitive. People today still accidentally mark sectors as secrets that they don't intend to. That sort of thing would have been a lot easier to do back then as well. Did I open up something back here? Yes, here we go. Ooh, the sewers. Ah, barons in the sewers. Great. Oh, here he comes. Is there... I think there was a barrel behind me that he hit. I got a lot of screen shake there all of a sudden. I was probably closer to getting killed by a barrel than I thought. Oh, there's another one. Gotta be honest with you, my primary motivation for finishing this map is this fucking MIDI. This is not a bad map. This is, I mean, definitely right up there with, like, TNT or Master Levels kind of quality. This MIDI fucking sucks, though. There's a reason this song is usually ringtones or, played in brief, like, scene transition montages. It's not meant to be playing this long. Maybe that's a skill issue on my part. If I was better at this, I wouldn't have to listen to it as much. Oh, here we go, stairs. Cool. Ow. Shot me right in my fresh suit. Oh my god. What What is this? What is this? You would have had to... Is this a custom animated texture? Is that how you did this? You must have. There's no line action for flickering between two textures like this in Doom. Is there? I don't think so. That is... that is obnoxious. Oh, Kako. Kakos in these maps are placed very oddly so far. These are generally not big enough rooms for them. They've kind of just been clogging up hallways and doorways. Which is not necessarily an incorrect way to use a Kako. If you want it to just be a big roadblock, you can certainly do that. It's just weird to see them used only in that context. Yep, there's another one just clogging up a doorway. Actually, everything's just clogging up this doorway, goddamn. You're wall to wall in there. Nice. Gotta have a crate maze. That's classic Doom design. I don't know who's managing all these UAC warehouses, but they may want to rethink some of this. Good luck getting a forklift through here. God, is there a forklift mod? Ooh, hello. Not a secret. Oh. Missing texture. Is that another... Oh yeah, look at that. In software it's fine. Oh, in software it's not fine. You know what? You would have not been able to look up and down. So actually, this looks just fine in software rendering. You would never even notice that there's a missing texture up here. But in hardware rendering, it renders a little differently. Yeah, and because you don't have textures on the sides, it doesn't render anything at all. Oops. Do I have to parkour my way across these crates? Was I kind of on the right track with that? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh wait, here we go. Aha. Oh, hello. Ah, you can just push on it. Oh. Oh wait, hold on. This is the back of that sector with the missing walls. No, it actually looks fine now. What does it look like in software? Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay. Huh. So yeah, if you can't look up and down originally, you would eventually notice this missing texture once you come over here. But from the back, in hardware mode, it looks fine. It has the opposite problem from the front. In hardware mode, it looks broken, and in software, it's fine. Huh. Alright, well. The inevitable ravages of time come for us all, even some of the best Doom wads. Tragic. I'm gonna call it there because my voice is giving out. We'll pick this up next time. We'll finish up Serenity. There's only 8 of these maps, so we'll finish them up pretty quick. I'll see you again next time. Take it easy.